Amazing Tuesday, overcomers. Today, I want to talk to you about your fears, and I want to talk to you about overcoming faith with fear by first acknowledging one of the greatest mentors, one of the greatest gifts that was ever given to me in the 18 years of my life that she was here is my mother. Today, my mother would have been 63 years old. Happy birthday, heavenly birthday, Mom. I miss you so much. I'm so grateful for the gift that you were in my life. And today, I want to talk to you about overcoming your fear with faith. And let's just call out what fear is: false evidence appearing real. And I want to do that by sharing with you the legacy that my mother left within me. She instilled so much wisdom within me. She instilled the faith, such a seed of faith. And I want to share with you about that moment. First of all, let me pause. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome if this is your first time to my channel. My name is Evora Bentley. I am a faith coach helping others to change their mind so that they may see their world change around them. And I'm doing that by helping others to overcome their fears by faith. So, even though my mother, it's been almost 20 years since she's passed, she's still teaching me, even though she's not in the earth, because I look back at some things that she said to me before, and honestly, I didn't take heed to them then, but there's so much now that I am, and just really receiving that wisdom and those nuggets that God allowed her to speak into me when she was here. So I'll never forget when my mother was on her deathbed. She was terminally ill, and 2 months before she passed, I had everything packed to go off to college. It was something my mother never did. It was something her mother never did. So it would have been something different to do, to kind of do something different for me being the third generation, right? So I'll never forget the fear of leaving my mother, because of the fear of if I left and not being there when my mother passed. And I'll never forget my mom looking at me and saying to me, Shanae is my family name, is what my family called me, was called by years. And she said, no, you're going to go. Here my mother was, I couldn't wrap my mind around her, telling me to go, even though the doctor said that she has had 6 months or less to live. My mother, I went off to school. I didn't understand then my mom was instilling such a seed of faith in me and showing me that the very thing you fear, you have to do the opposite of it. So I feared not going because she was going to pass and I wouldn't be there. But my mother pushed me. She instilled a seed of faith within me to go. I went. I came home. Long story short, when I came home maybe 4 or 5 days before my mother passed. We were able to spend 3 days with her before she went into a coma and never woke back up, before she went to be with the Lord. And it was myself and 2 other people in the room when my mother passed. See, my mother taught me that you have to do the very opposite of what it is that you're fearing, the false evidence that appears real. But you have to understand that if you don't move by faith, that false evidence appearing real will become a reality. Right now, this is only it is appearing in your mind. It hasn't even happened yet. So I want to encourage you by instilling the seed of faith like my mother did within me, not only that time, but so many other times. But that is one that is so profound within me and that I still use in this day, thinking back that my mother put so much in me, such a seed of faith to break off the fear, that she looked at me and she said, and she put such a shift of mindset in me that said, you don't let your fears keep you where you are, but you let them motivate you and you move by faith to do the opposite. I don't know what it is that you are battling with today, that fear that has you stuck. Maybe it's moving forward in an idea that Yahweh has given to you. Maybe it is doing something different, but you're so afraid because of the opinions of others and the fact that no one has never done it before. But I want to encourage you. to get unstuck. And so that fear cannot keep you bound. You're going to have to move by faith so that you can be all who Yahweh created you to be and do all He has created you to do so that He can receive the glory of your life and over your life and in your life. So, overcomer, you overcome that fear by moving by faith. Do the very thing that fear is telling you not to do. I love you all. Have an amazing day on purpose.